Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Will WC Review. I've got kind of a special thing. I've been talking to Steve from Scotch and Things and Dave, Satu Dave, about this knife that I was getting. And wait till you see this. I kind of broke the news to Steve a little bit, but I've been dying to show this to you. And I like Nick Shabazz. There's the good, the bad, and the ugly. I've got that for you today. What I'm talking about. Let's get started. I'm a big K-Bar fan, okay? It's a household name in the knife community. Everybody knows what a K-Bar is. Well, I recently stumbled across the custom division of K-Bar, which I'd never heard of. It's called State and Union, okay? And I found this to be extremely interesting, and I saw that they had a knife that was, within the dimensions of everything that I love about knives. And here it is. I don't want to waste too much time, but I'm going to be doing camera shakes today. I'm totally firing from the hip. This is probably going to be a long video, but I finally got the knife, and my first impression was not great, okay? Because I probably had built it up in my head so much by looking at the knife and, and just imagining, I'm assuming we all do this, imagining what it's going to feel like in your hand when you finally get it. And you pay a good price for these knives. I will let you know this knife was $450. Now, that's a lot of money, but I've spent over $1,000. I've spent over $1,500 on a knife. So this is not to say, oh, wow, I spent $450 on a knife. But you have certain expectations at certain price points, okay? So let's get to it. The knife came in this box, which is fine. This is a fine box. It came with a nice little birth certificate. Tells you all the goodies, a couple of special things about the knife. It's an OSF folder. And here's the knife. It came in a bag. The box is standard with a piece of foam, okay? So we'll get that out of there. But here comes the knife. I just wanted to genuinely show you how I got it. It came in this bag. Okay. Here's the knife. And when I saw it online, I was like, wow, this thing is mint. And it's pretty mint. It's all Thai. It's all 100% made in the U.S. The blade is 3.75. Cutting edge is 3.5. It's 5 inches closed. So it's a little bit of a Mamaluke, which is what I wanted. I wanted a big knife. Excuse me. A CPM S35VN steel. Nice. Wait until you see the blade, okay? You ready? Check that out. That's what attracted me mostly to the knife. It's got that K-Bar look and feel. It's got that big fuller. Some people call it a blood groove. Unless you're going to be stabbing something with it, I like to call it a fuller. But it's got neat hardware. It's got the State and Union logo there and there. Excuse me. There you go. You can see it now. It's well made, okay? But when you drop that kind of coin on a knife, my first impression was, first of all, it's all titanium, so yes, it's a little light. There's no blade play, no lash, none of that. It is very sharp. The ergos are good. I wouldn't say they're great. But what do you think? I definitely want your feedback on this. This is like a point for this, I saw nothing about this knife anywhere. I heard nothing about this knife anywhere. So I was kind of hoping to be the guy who introduced this to the community and said, hey, you guys go out and get one of these. But I'm not sure if I would recommend that yet. I don't know. I'm not trying to be wishy-washy, and I'm not trying to say it's not a nice knife. But at the price point it's at, I think for $100 less, I would be even happier. The action is good. It's drop shutty. It also cut the shit out of my finger. It bit me when I was trying to close it. It dropped shuttied on my finger and cut me. So definitely very sharp. It's a good-looking knife. I like it a lot. It is on bearings. What else can I tell you? It's all bead-blasted Thai. So the weight, it's about 6 ounces, which is still pretty hefty for a knife this size that's all Thai. my recommendation, and here's more towards the story. A gentleman named John Stitt is the CEO of K-Bar. And I work in a business where I do a lot of top-down selling. So I have the ability to look and locate, the top brass for companies. And I found that he was the CEO. So I wrote him a little email prior to getting this knife. And I mentioned that I was going to get one, that I had a YouTube channel, and that I was, I hadn't seen very much on it. And I was looking to do, an honest review on the knife. So as much as I like the knife, I'm actually considering sending it back. I don't know yet. I'm going to give it a couple of days. I got it from Knife Center, which I love. I have a couple of places. It's DLT, Blade HQ, Knife Center, Smoky Mountain, and a couple of the smaller shops, Core Knives, which is also Chaos Concealment. Awesome guys. I got my second on belay from them. But anyway, you get the idea. I wanted to put this out there because I was hoping to be the guy who, put this knife on the map for K-Bar because it's a household name. My son's a United States Marine. The K-Bar and the United States Marine Corps kind of go hand in hand. So I had a lot of hopes. But honestly, my honest assessment is the price point is a little bit high, to be quite honest, for a knife that I've felt at this price point. Let me give you an example. Again, forgive the shakes. I have to turn around. Okay. Here is a Sniper Blade Works SMF numbered edition Damascus blade. Same price point. $450. This is 10 times the knife this is, I'm sorry to say. Now, the weight is one of the things that was the biggest turnoff to me. And I think if they put a backspacer in here, it would add some weight. It might add some stability. The action is good, but it's got a lightness to it. It's got, I've always said in all my videos that, I'm a guy who equates weight with quality. Now, that doesn't mean if you have a 3-pound piece of shit that it's going to be a fantastic knife, but you can feel quality. Now, this is not a low-quality knife by any means, but does it call for a $450 price point? I say no. I think they need to make some more improvements. The flipper, it works, but the action is meh. It's good, not great, okay? Now, this is a big Mameluke blade with a Cadillac door style open, but I want to show you something else that I have every intention, where the hell is it, of doing a review on, and it fits the price point. And this is the Todd Begg War Junkie Citadel. Same price. Okay, you put these next to each other. Which one would you rather have? Now, actually, to tell you the truth, I wanted this more than I wanted this. And after receiving them and handling them, there is no comparison. Now, granted, this is 100% U.S. made. This is a Todd Begg design, but the OEM is Artisan Cutlery, another company that I have great respect for. I think they're a fantastic company. Love their stuff, okay? But look at this. If you could feel what I felt, it's just butter. Same blade steel. It's got super duper one-piece carbon fiber inlays. It's got blue anode. What's the word? I can't think of it, but the inside that the scales are on frame. I'm sorry. It's got the Begg ball. It's got a fancy pocket clip that has standoffs. It's got a gear, backspacer, and the tolerances are just stupid on this knife. It's just, look, did you see that drop shot? And it's just a pleasure. And I'm going to do a whole situation on this knife, but I really wanted this to be something more special than it turned out to be. Again, I will say the good, I love the blade. I love the look. I love the idea, the spear point blade. It screams K-Bar. You've got the name recognition. You want to get the market share. I would say you need to step this up a little bit. Maybe make the handles a little thicker. Maybe put a backspacer in there. They do make another model that's got an anodized, like a flowered handle. It's blue. The knives are beautiful, and that's what attracted me to it, was this look. I still love the look, but once you handle it, I was a little disappointed. I'm contemplating keeping it versus returning it, but this, unbelievable. I know I'm talking about the old. I don't even know if I mentioned it's the State and Union OSF, which is old school flipper or old school folder. So again, when you put it next to this knife for the same price point, I'll take this every day and twice on Sunday. So let me get that out of the way. And let me make sure I said it right. Yes, it's the State and Union OSF flipper. It's old school flipper. So again, I think they did a wonderful job on it, but the quality needs a notch up, or the price point needs a notch down. So that's really all I got to say. I thought I would be going longer on this. Another good about this, it carries very well in the pocket. This goes right in, right out, no problems. It's got a big lanyard hole. I don't ever use lanyards, nor will I. The hardware is very nice. It's put together well. Just, I don't know, that actually sounds not bad, but if you're feeling what I'm feeling, the Todd bag at the same price point is 10 times the knife. And that's, again, I understand that that's made out of the country, and well, I guess that's not even, it's worse because they have, the same bearings, the same tolerances. This should be a better knife. But I'm torn. Like I said, the good is the aesthetics. The ergos are good. The blade is great. The bad is the action is not wonderful. I'm glad I thought of it. The tolerances. Look at that, okay? And look at that. Like, if you would look at that right there. I mean, that's like a human hair of thickness and tolerance. Same price point, $450. This knife versus that knife. Now, the one thing I don't care for is another. You could do a whole video on it, but show side versus lock side. I don't know why they can't find a way to just make both sides beautiful like that. Drives my brother crazy too. But again, for this price point, the tolerances, in my opinion, should be a lot tighter than they are. I'd like a backspacer. I'd like beefier standoffs, if nothing else. You want to make a knife like this beefy. You're going to charge me $450. I want to feel heft in my hand. I want to feel like I could do work with this. I want to feel like if I need to pry something, even though you're not supposed to, I could if I want. Possibly blade supports on either side. That might be another suggestion. The knife as it is, though, as far as the way it looks, I don't know. I've been talking so long, I don't know if I'm repeating myself. But the looks of the knife are mint. That's one of the great. The weight, it's a little too light. Some people might laugh at me and say, you're a jerk. Light is good. I like a little bit heavier. It makes it feel like quality. The action is okay. The flipper's a little light. I would like to see it maybe a little thicker, maybe a little jimping on it. The tolerances, a little loose. I don't know if there's any ugly. The price is ugly. It's too much. And like I said, I'm someone who spends $800 on $1,000 on a knife. I don't care. But I want to feel like I got what I paid for. And with this, very much so. With the Todd bag and all the other knives that I've spent that kind of dough on, very much so. So there's some work to be done. I may keep it, I may return it, but I was hoping to turn everyone on to the K-Bar State and Union OSF, old school flipper. Check it out. Knife Center has them. I think they got 1 or 2 left. Let me know what you think. And like I said, more to come on this. And I have a couple of more pieces I want to do on other knives that I've gotten. So I'm going to cut this long-winded video short and say, judge for yourself. Please let me know your thoughts. And K-Bar, John Stitt, I'd love to hear from you. I did send you an email. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye-bye.